It was a fever dream. It was like, like, did that just happen?
We'll make something one-off and magical, and that's exactly what happened.
Storm of absolute fucking nonsense.
Like an orgy with no sex, but like a really good buffet.
I heard someone died.
We all had this collective realization that anything goes now.
On stage.
Simulating a sex act on an inflatable dolphin definitely stood out as a moment that I'm not proud of.
I loved every minute of it.
Prop Till You Drop is a comedy show. It has stand-up comedy, it has props. Hence Prop Till You Drop. People don't tend to drop the props.
Oh, amazing show, legendary. Truly one of the greatest Comedy Hut performances of all time.
It's madness in a bottle. Madness in a bottle.
Oh, I don't really know. I wasn't there.
I ended up in this room, this weird room upstairs somewhere in Palmerston North, and there were a lot of props all strewn around the room.
We were in a very professional venue.
We had couches. It was a dingy room. What would you call it, Justin? I call it dingy.
Dingy.
The staff at the venue exiled everyone into some sort of dungeon.
We were in almost like a child's bedroom where the beds had been taken out. Like the kind of room that Peter Pan would have come and visited at night time. like if he was visiting poor people.
Oh, yeah, they stuffed up and we put upstairs. And from memory, I think it was mainly comedians in the audience, wasn't it? I think it was only like 3 or 4 non-comedians.
Maybe 15 punters and then a lot of comics, something like that.
It was pretty much just comedians.
It was 8 people, but it felt like 30 is what I meant. The vibe in the room felt like it was bigger than it was.
It felt like you needed a special knock to get in the room, except you didn't. We wanted people to come, but no one did.
I'm going to believe it until my psychiatrist tells me otherwise.
All right, so when we're talking that Prop Till You Drop, like the number one moment is always going to be the Viking musical.
Viking musical.
We had a Viking opera.
A Viking land invasion.
There was a Viking helmet there, and when I was sitting in the audience, I was like, I'm going to do something with that Viking helmet. And before I knew it, I was shirtless, sweating.
You know, I heard that's what they based the hit game Skyrim off of.
Singing.
He calls that a musical. There were no songs. I don't know why he called it a musical.
It didn't have any music in it.
The best thing about that musical is there was no music and no singing. But I call it singing because it was a musical.
I don't even think Ashton is a Viking name now I come to think of it.
Son, I hope you have prepared your axe for a slaying.
If anything, it was cultural appropriation at its worst.
There are some buxom blondes on the hill, and we need to go there farther. Although I don't want to disappoint you, you already do farther. I do not want to fight. I want to live and write poetry on the hills and masturbate with the ducklings. You will not bring this family name to shame, for you are a Viking. I never wanted that title. I never wanted that name. You make me sick, boy. And it went on like that.
And having that self-aware twist towards the end of the set where he breaks down and like, wait a second, I was both these people the whole time and there wasn't even any music. And then doing a full rewind recap of the set that he's just improvised already. Like it's a masterful thing, yeah.
What? I do not remember doing that.
I'm just glad I remembered that he was a Viking, so my memory's not too bad.
I gotta say, a lot of people remember the stuff that you did as well.
Well, perhaps he wasn't the first part of the title. He didn't use a lot of props. But he definitely has that till the wheels fall off mentality and energy.
Oh, yeah, because I was doing my dad's real sizzling, hot / horrible takes on Bill Cosby.
We learned a lot about his dad's opinion of Bill Cosby, which might not be the correct opinion.
It's basically 99.9% of the world thinks Cosby's scum, and that 0.1% who thinks he's maybe not that bad a guy as my dad, which is kind of a weird dinner conversation to have.
Yeah, it's a tense, exciting moment, and I say moment, but it probably went on 15, 20 minutes, right?
You know, you get a real bang for your buck from Dan Brader. You know, you pay for 6 to 10 minutes, but what you get is 8 hours.
It was almost like once the gig was over, it never happened. And I think those gigs are perfect because you can risk everything. And I felt like everyone was down for that.
Either you guys have really good memories or I was really drunk.
I don't know how drunk I was.
I was really, really drunk.
You know when you have one of those nights and then you spend your whole life looking back on that night? That was not this night for me, but it was still pretty good.
I'm kind of jealous I haven't been invited back up to do Prop to Your Drop, but that's okay. We'll let that go.
I am gutted that I can't be there for the next Prop Till You Drop. I'm not going to lie.
I'm better than it these days.
Yeah, Prop Till You Drop, it has a lot of potential to be the wildest show you see this year.
Prop Till You Drop, it's a great show.